Good evening, guys. It's been quite a while since I've done anything like this. I think it's been a few years now since we've done anything on this channel. It's been a while. So basically, this weekend we've obviously got the French 1,000, 2,000 guineas coming up. We've already seen the first classics of the year at Newmarket last weekend, where we saw Godolphin literally mop up right across the board. So it was quite impressive for them, and I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did well again this weekend in France. Just a couple of things I want to touch on before we get on to the analysis of the two races coming up. Obviously, we do have racing all over the weekend. We have Ascot on this weekend. Not a great race to get involved with, really. We do have some racing in line, and there are a couple of Group 3s flying around. But for me, Saturday is not really floated my boats if I've seen anything really worth backing. So this is why I've gone to the attention of the French two main races of the weekend. I would also like to mention that we have a possible YouTuber, Basher Watts. I think maybe quite a few of you actually follow the gentleman in question. But yes, he's done quite well for himself, and he's got a very lively contender running in the 1,000 French guineas on Sunday, and I do wish him all the best. So we're going to have a quick look at the races. Firstly, we're going to have a look at the 325. Which is on Sunday in a Paris Longchamp. And please bear with me. I'm just trying to get my bearings here, guys. So we're going to have a good look here. And at the top of the market, we have mainly European horses. So we have Emery Matisse, which we know is trained by A.P. O'Brien from Ireland. And we have there John Quill, who is Andrew Balding's horse, has been sent over. For me personally, I think the English horses are up against it from the complete outset for me. If I was to bring in the first kind of a trend, should I say, is the Prix de Fontainebleau, which was run back on the 13th of April. And again, we have 4 horses that will come from that race into this. The winner, Ridari. The runner-up was Sarlan. And then we have Misunderstood and Hey Betterley. Now, we have watched this race before. And I've watched the race over again. So I don't know if you can see this video, which I'm watching at the moment. Probably not. But I'm just going to obviously read back from what I see from this race back on the 13th of April. Now, you'll probably hear the commentary in the background, this possibility. But what you're going to hear is basically Sarlan, Francis Graffard horse, took the running up just inside the 3 furlongs out from the line. And he did look the obvious winner. But Ridari came on the outside and just nabbed him on the line for a short head. Back in third was Misunderstood. Now, Misunderstood was probably the most unluckiest horse in the race. Didn't get going till very, very late under, I think it's Chris DeMero. So for me to take out of that race, I would probably take the third, Misunderstood, out of the race. So you hear in the commentary now. So Sarlan's come through to take the race up. Ridari came through now. And Misunderstood was staying in third. Ridari did get up and win at 9-1. Misunderstood was beating the second favourite, and the favourite there was even in the race. It was back in 5th. So that is one of the main races that stands out for this particular race. Now, I will go over some stats with you. So the winner of that race, the Fontainebleau, has been a very, very key race for this particular race, the 2000 Guineas. It has produced 7 winners actually, and it's always been out the first horses that finishing the first 3 on their last outings, which was the Fontainebleau. So we could be looking at the top 3 from that race, which obviously Radari, Sarlan, and Misunderstood. For me, I thought Sarlan went a bit too soon under Christopher Sumilon. I think he could have maybe held up, but Radari finished the race off well, and Misunderstood. I think, he was probably held by the top 2 at the end of the day. If we go for any on the European side, you can't overlook for me is Aidan O'Brien's Henry Matisse. Now, we've seen the favourites do quite well in this race in the past. In fact, look at it, there has been 3 winning favourites in the past 6 years, 1 in the past 3. So the last couple of years, we haven't seen a winning favourite of this race. However, Henry Matisse, again, I've looked over his race where he won the juvenile turf over at Del Mar in the Breeders' Cup. And it couldn't be more impressive for me. He had a lot of work to do. Came down the outside there and probably got first run on Amori City, who will be reopposing this afternoon, on Sunday. Amori City, looking at the race, like I said, Henry Matisse got first run. But it's no excuse. And Amori City came flying down the outside. I think William Buick had quite a lot of horse left underneath him. But going back to what they've both achieved, so Henry Matisse has come out on the 30th of March and won the Red Rock Stakes, a Group 3 over in Leopardstown, on good to yielding ground, and probably had to dig deep to win the race. Came up. I don't know whether if the pace was too quick for him early doors. He seemed to labour at the back, and he did drop back quite convincingly under Ryan Moore. But when he turned in 2.5 furlongs out, it took him a little bit of time to wind up, but he did come through in between both Comanche Brave and Arizona Blaze to get up in the dying strides. This extra yardage is going to be very beneficial for the horse. I think Henry Matisse is definitely one to take out of that race. And I think he's definitely one of the most principal ones likely to win this race. He's well drawn down there in stall 6. You wouldn't want to be too drawn too far in a car park in this race. Some of them have been quite unlucky. At Sarlan, unfortunately, it's going to have to make hard work for Maxime Goujon because he will have to come from stall 13. Not going to be easy to come that wide coming round. Misunderstood's got stall 3, and Radari has stall 6, which is not too bad positions there, barriers, where Amori City will come from stall 8 and Henry Matisse will come from stall 6. Me personally, I would like to think that you could back any of the 4 that finished in the Fontainebleau each way. At the present stage here on the betting side of it, Radari is 8-1 with most firms, and Sarlan is probably 10-1. I couldn't back Sarlan, obviously, due to the barrier. He's been allotted, and Amori City also. A little bit of money around for him, 7-1 at the present with William Hill, 12-1 with most firms. So William Hill seems to have really cut the odds on it. They are paying 4 places on the race, which is pretty good. So, and then you've got Misunderstood in 14-1. Out of all of them, I would like to think Radari would be there again, as will probably Amori City. But for me, as an out-and-out winner for the race, now stepping up that extra furlong will be Henry Matisse for me. Recovering at the moment about 4-1, Germany favourite. And I would like to think Ryan Moore could cap off a great week after having a superb week this week at Chester races for Aidan O'Brien. So, yeah, that is where probably I said Aidan's also got down the bottom there, Camille Pizarro, but I don't think he is good enough to land this kind of race. And he's way out in stall 16, a lot to do from there. Hot Azelle, Jessica Harrison's horse coming here for first time out, 197-day layoff. Tough ask for me. So, yeah, my main bet will be here. I would probably go as big as 2-point win here on Harry Matisse to land his spoils for Baddy Doyle at around 4-1. On to the next race, which is the 405 on Sunday. This is the fillies race. And again, it might sound rather boring, but I'm going to find it very, very hard here to beat the likes of Zaragana. I think she was so impressive. Now, this is the Prix Grotte, which is a definitely significant race for this meeting and for this particular race. And I think, again, you can look at the first three in the betting. Zaragana, she came late. Again, I can only, praise Charlie Feddo's horse and obviously the owner's Basha Watts Racing. She's perfect. She actually ran a complete fantastic race. Perfect race, in fact. I think Basha went on file saying that they didn't really want her to go from the front, but obviously there was no pace on, so Schumacher decided to take that initiative and set the pace, which obviously set for a closer, which was Zaragana. She's a very, very good filly indeed, and she came through there with considerable ease. And I know it's only a neck win, but I think there was more in. She had more to give at the line. The one unlucky in the race was probably Godspeed, who I actually fancied for the race. She got going quite late, had to come through a bit of traffic to get where she did, and went down by 2 minutes. But she was very eye-catching, staying on into third, and ran quite a good race indeed. But for me, I can't really look beyond. This is quite an easy analysis for me for the 1,000 guineas. I think Zaragana's the class in the race, the class act. She's 11-8 generally, 5-4 with Boyle Sports. I think she'll be very, very hard to beat. I'm hoping She's Perfect runs a big race. For me, if she wins it, fair play to the team in all connections. But I think she's up against it. It's a big step up from Group 3 to Group 1. Zaragana's already got Group 1 experience, where she was touched off last year to a neck when she was beaten by Vertical Blue in the Marcel Buzak back in October at the ARC meeting. I think she was probably the one to take out the race. On this quicker surface, 11-8. I think it's worth smashing. It's going to be a situation, I think, here. If it goes right, both favourites should go in on the Guineas, in theory. And I hope She's Perfect runs well, and they give Basha Watts Race a great run for their money. Godspeed, she's 33-1. If she has come on extremely well from that run, there's no reason why she won't run well again. I can't see her reversing the form with Zaragana. Maybe she will reverse the form with She's Perfect. That is possible. But however, I think, like I said, Zaragana, 3-point win. I think she's nappered a day. That's where my bet will come. So basically, like I said, it was a short video. It's just for the guineas, guys. There is going to be more live streams coming on now. I'm getting back into the racing now a bit more as an analysis side of things. So there will be more videos coming up. We've got lots of great flat racing coming up, big meetings. We're only a month away from Royal Ascot. Can't wait. So, so the 325, it's on Sunday, guys. 325, Paris is Longchamp. For me, it's a 2-point win on Henry Matisse to land the race. And the 405, which is 1,000 guineas. I think Zaragana will be very, very hard to beat. She's my 3-point win nap. Okay. Please comment please comment on the video, guys, or thumbs up or share. It'd be much appreciated. Have a great day and have a great weekend. Don't spend too much, and I wish you all the best, and I'll see you real soon.